Electrolytes.
So the first thing for how I do this is I actually get these portion control snack size little baggies here. It's 3.5 inches by 5 7/8 inches is what it says there. And salt sticks. This is my preferred method. Lee has been using little tiny jewelry bags of Himalayan pink salt, so that works too. She likes that method. I've decided to go back to salt sticks. I tried the loose pink salt method. I think one of the things I just didn't like about that was not knowing my salt intake because it's not in capsules. I guess you can buy some empty capsules and put them in there, but I haven't done that yet. So I just went back to go with what I know because if it's not broken, don't fix it, and I wasn't really having issues with the salt sticks. So what I do is I divide this into 2 bags. I want enough of these to have, just in case, to have 1 salt pill an hour. Now, I'm not going to probably have that many, but that's just how many I like to break it down to for a race. And then I switch bags halfway through the race, okay? So in here I have over 20 salt sticks. I also carry extra for each race too. These are really helpful to be able to give runners. Sometimes people show up with like no salt and their electrolytes are way off. If somebody's hands are swollen, that's sometimes a good way to tell that. However, if you're like me, my hands swell up no matter what. It has nothing to do with my electrolytes being off. It's like if they get cold, they're like suddenly Michelin Man hands. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so in each of these bags, I have about 20 of the salt stick capsules. And one of these is going to be on me when I start the race. And the other one, I'm going to swap these out about halfway through. So I'm just going to leave this bag. This bag will be like half empty. I'll leave it at the drop bag and then I'll grab my fresh bag. However, I'm not going to put these in either of my drop bag spots yet. I'm going to set these bags aside because we're going to come back to these 2 bags right here in a later video. Alright, so the last part of electrolytes for me, the last thing I do to make sure I'm keeping my electrolytes in check, is these babies right here. I don't like the sports drinks, so I don't do too much Tailwind or Roctane. I mean, occasionally I will, but I mostly don't like them. The huge difference here between the sports drinks like Tailwind and Roctane and this stuff like Noon and Liquid IV is that these aren't meant to fuel. They're very low calorie, so you really need to keep that in mind if you're going to use these. It says like 25 calories in it, okay? That's not going to get you anywhere during 100 milers, so you need to make sure you're not using these to try to fuel on them just for electrolyte purposes. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toss one of these in each of my drop bags. I have the salt sticks too, so shouldn't need all that many. And I've actually never tried, I've done the Noon and I really like it. I have never tried the Liquid IV, so this is going to be the first time that I'm trying it. But bam, now those are all there.
And that's really all I do for electrolytes.